and they are in fact into a pistol round already. So 4 sets of chest armor, 4 plate spot, none for Mr. Nafly, but he's got the nades to work with. On the opposing side, there's 1 kit, 2 armor, and a pistol and nade upgrade for JDM. He's gone to the 5-7.
Yeah, Tarek was actually holding an angle on Daps, but falls back just in time when he knows he can get crunched from bathroom. But this is going to be a B play. Hayes spots it out through Monster, sees XP3. Only 2 players there. No rotations quite yet, but there's Tarek with the opening out of Daps. Hayes takes out Akis, so this B defense is looking really strong so far. But just as I said that the trades come in, but Cutler's already rotated over to back him up.
And this allows now the bomb to go down from Rush. So eLevate, despite being a man down, never mind, have Cutler dead. Have time to work with, and now they've also got the man advantage as they extinguish it entirely back the other way. Rush with the secondary shot, and now it's just left to JDM. He's the man with the kit, so he does have time in a little more of a favor than his teammates did to make that retake happen, but unfortunately it's not going to go any further as XP3 will get the kill, and this is the start eLevate need. Yeah,
that was really nicely done by them in that 2-on-3. It was looking a little bit scary. All the first opening kills going towards CLG, and then they finally broke their way into that bomb site. And great win when they're stuck in there after the plant. So we've been seeing this a lot this weekend. There's not really big second round investments from these teams, even when they lose the pistol round. We've been seeing that for months now. But this tournament, apparently, teams are deciding not to go with armor to have that money saved up for the 4th round.
Finesse already peeking away at the top of that stairwell, not exposed to Akis, who checks, and despite that we could see 3 from the X-ray in very close proximity, has spotted none of them, which may have a devastating effect on the round. Never mind, Akis comes back, and he does catch FNS on the exit, having spotted 1 down below. His escape was not so glamorous.
Yeah, he got stuck on the wall, just ran right into it, couldn't move, so Akis takes him out, free kill. But still, I mean, no real aggression so far out of eLevate, playing this very passively. Very much different than how CLG was taking it too. This time there's eLevate's putting 3 members over towards the B bomb site, where CLG, they really only put FNS over there, and they either decided to go out towards long as a team or go through the stairs. Cutler gets spotted out, XP3 takes him out through the wall.
XP3 continuing forward as well, and it's Akis to pick up another kill behind the play. And XP3 to take down Tarek to close it off. Bomb, yes, no. Damn,
yeah,
I was wrong
we
too.
got tricked.
At least we're even.
But still, really good anti-eco from eLevate, not taking damage. 8-9 now, so this is the start. Their economy is going to be building up. And CLG, once again, they have upgraded to some CZs, a couple PG50, 5-7, but no armor, no invested. This time they're getting much more aggressive. FNS coming down the stairs.
JDM as well. Yeah, we saw Finesse last time playing with the thought of going down the stairs, just holding the top of them, but having all the way down and Daps. He's going to be hyper-focused right now on JDM. Where's the slide from Finesse? There it is. Came out a little bit late than I had expected it, but it's there in the end, and it's actually an advantage now for CLG and a weapon recovered. JDM's got it. He's got 22, so I'd be interested to see if he tosses that aside.
Now he's pushed all the way up towards underneath ladder, and he's just going to hold this, listening for the rotations, gathering the intel. He hears the footsteps coming, so now he can tell him it's biding his time. Can he find the timing to slip up the ladder and kind of find a gap in the defense? He can't. Rush punishes him for it. Not expecting that second player to rotate past.
And there still is a presence down below there from Finesse, who may also look to try and get in behind them, but he's going to be a lot slower, so this flank won't be on before the execution hits on A, and that's exactly the case right now as Akis trying to find some openings. Gets dropped as well, so CLG have kept this on an even keel. It's going to get tipped back the other direction now as the winds change for XP3. He picks up 2, and Tarek goes down as the second of his victims. Bomb plant as well. So eLevate looking all right, but here comes that play. FNS, we said he was on the flank, hasn't been able to collect it, and oh, unfortunate that the Galili can't tap away with the accuracy, and that allows Naf now to take down Cutler.
Gotta feel a little silly if you're FNS there. That's unfortunate. XP3 just whips around and grabs that. But either way, 9-9 now. AWP out for JDM. He's got armor as well. The M4s, this is the product of not investing in armor in those first 2 rounds. They also have some utility, 2 kits. And how's eLevate going to play these terrorist rounds? All 5 members right now grouping and heading over towards B. XP3 lining up a smoke from far back. This looks like a very aggressive play through short, coming into the sewers. And they haven't met any resistance quite yet.
Fire in front of Nafly. He manages somehow to dart around it, not lose any HP, so just a sliver to step on, and he manages to find it. Akis is going to find FNS, though, but not before he could get the first kill onto Daps. Nafly, meanwhile, getting dropped by JDM, who opens the door aggressively with the op, and he catches Akis returning back into action, trying to escape and get a post-plant position. So eLevate with a man down now, have to hold on to this bomb site, and Cutler's lurking inside the smoke. JDM's getting more aggressive, Rush finding him, but has to turn back the other direction. And the reaction time not quite sufficient enough to take down Rush. Or excuse me, for Rush to take down Tarek. As they search for the bomb, it's behind the pillar, so Tarek's finding that out the hard way, as he's still not spotted it, and finally he'll get on top of this. No kit takes them a lot of time, and this may just have done enough right now for XP3 to win out the round, or is it XP3 getting onto Tarek? It's going to be done.
Yep. He wins it. What an incredible win from XP3. Smoked off, smoke on the bomb as well. 2-on-1 situation, and he pulls it out. No kits there. They had 2. But none of those members, unfortunately, had that kit. They weren't able to salvage it either, so a big win for eLevate. They get bailed out. A little bit of luck on their side.
So never mind the position we thought they were in, because they grabbed the lead in the game at which they were down 8-1 and took a tactical timeout to bring the halftime back 9-6. So a good turn in momentum. Now it's CLG's turn to respond. They are on the CT side, but losing that first gun round, it's back to pistols. So limited in their options on this particular round.
Yeah, and Akis, he's got FNS pushed up. This time he's going to throw a nade out. Doesn't do any damage whatsoever, but, excuse me, does 4 points of damage, but still, Akis is going to creep his way up here. It's just FNS solo down there as well, and Tarek pushed up into the bathroom. FNS is going to win that, so he's going to be able to salvage a weapon. When he peeks, he finds the intel that no one's there. Daps now has a job to do. He's solo as well, but he's only got a MAC-10. Not a huge issue if he loses this, but he's able to grab Tarek. Keep some pressure onto that A bomb site. He's got one more to deal with, who's being, oh, and he drops his pistol. He goes to pick something up, but he's going to recover nicely and take out JDM. One more, and I don't know if he's ready for that one. He's not. FNS takes him out, but the B bomb site is open for eLevate to take. Cutler's still there, biding his time. He peeks up. CZ does a lot of damage.
That's so unfortunate from Cutler's perspective, because he almost prevented this bomb plant going down. Fortunately, it doesn't go down before the end of the round anyway, so they don't get the bonus from that in that sense. But he could have actually dictated a bit more of the play there before Rush came in and got that trade. So eLevate now extend the lead a little bit, but as we mentioned, that was the eco. Guns come right back out, and this is a desperate round now for CLG before this actually does start to get out of hand for eLevate. And JDM's going to go straight to his op. We talked about him, how you think he's a lot more aggressive, takes those peeks, and already look at this angle he's on. He can easily peek from there.
Yeah, and he dodges that flash. Actually, oh, that's a nice flash. A return onto Rush, completely blind. Tarek finds 2. He shows some good form there. Good advantage for CLG early on in this round. 5-on-3 and no real damage taken whatsoever. No progress made even with 2 deaths for eLevate. And that's the smart play. They smoke off long, they fall back.
And they'll go for the park sign boost as well. Now that's another one of an interesting boost. Yes, it is more passive in the site, but there's a lot of exposure if you don't hit that first shot. The second player's got 2 gaps. He's got to cross over to get back into safety. So we'll see if this works out for CLG. They do have the 2-man advantage. That's definitely the positive, as Daps looks to execute a smoke onto the A site. The 2 remaining players, aside from him, are all the way out toward long. Bomb up in the hands of Akis. And he's also just boosted his teammate on top of that flower pot. Cutler won't be able to spot that quite so soon. But as they round the corner, he'll be able to call for the 2 at park sign that's where they're going to be. And look at JDM. This position is perfect. Daps is going to be in a lot of trouble if he walks out, and he's looking like he might, but it's the timing. JDM actually falls away from it. He realizes that he does, so tries to whistle a shot through the wall. Meanwhile, Tarek, he'll pick up 2, and Cutler just takes down Daps.
Yeah, that's 4 kills for Tarek. A beautiful round from him, and like you said, JDM just looks away at the wrong moment, but with those 2 avenues that you're exposed to, it doesn't matter if Tarek's going to bail you out with a double kill as they push up. Very well done from him in a scary situation. Now another buy out of eLevate. Op still in JDM's hands. And that was a little bit more slow-paced round. They got beat up early on by Tarek, but this round, again, 3 players over towards B. They're going to go through the short passageway soon. They're even going to run through the smoke, but there's a boost. Hayes takes one out from above. That's another bad start, another round where they're starting out with a man down.
And that is the hard game to play.
And the bomb's still all the way back in terror spawn, so before they can actually do anything, no matter what happens, no matter how much success they might have, they have to collect that before they can do anything. Naf is on his way back to grab it right now.
Having done so, he'll rejoin and rally the troops as they make an approach. Seemingly, well, at this point, they could go either direction, but seemingly toward A seems to be the bias, as they do still have XP3 out toward long. But there's no presence there from CLG. They're going to play passive on the A site with a little bit more aggression on the front of bathrooms. That's where we see JDM position right now, and Akis lining up that same smoke we saw Daps throw in the last round. But he's not ready to throw it. He's just in position to do so. But he needs to be so careful because he's actually going to get aggressed, and he's spotted up already by JDM, who whistles a shot just beyond. It's Tarek to actually pick up the first kill, and JDM not able to hit the next one. That gives the AK the position, but Akis almost had them line up. Little did he know, and stopped firing allows Tarek to return the frag and return the favor. As XP3, he's going to try and work in with Rush, who's gone very low on HP, and in fact, take away the remainder that he did have because he's gone and it's on XP3. 1-on-3. Unfortunately, 3 threes is not to be. He can't pick up the hat trick, and Cutler will close it out.
Yeah, here's the scary part for eLevate now as well, is that Tarek's really coming into form. He had 4 kills last round, 3 kills that time. He's hitting his shots, and he's feeling comfortable. He led the way for CLG in the first half, and he's just been a beast now at this A bomb site. Not only is he just hitting his shots, but he's making smart plays. He's eliminating one half of the attack and turning around to bail his teammates out and help them eliminate the other half.
And right back to pistols now for eLevate as Rush tries to do exactly that and get very quickly inside the bathrooms. And success, at least to this point, hasn't met any opposition, but now he will have a Molotov to contend with. He's through it, his teammates aren't. JDM's going to get an 8 kill onto Rush as a result of the flame damage, but Akis getting 1 back in return. That's all they'll salvage from the round. No bomb plant and just the 1 solo kill. Yeah,
they just got demolished there, so now it's going to be off at XP3's hands, and that's good because we talked about that battle in the first half, how it kind of seemed to go both ways, but JDM on the CT side has pretty much established dominance with that AWP. I mean, this is, XP3 really needs to find a way to neutralize him. He hasn't really been tested quite yet in this second half.
Tarek quickly bunny hopping past. Getting the connection point in the washrooms. JDM aggressive. Again with the opposite Akis this time, they do want to put a bit more pressure out at long, and Tarek seems to be prepared for it.
eLevate here is just going to put some pressure on bathrooms. The bomb is staying over towards B, so it makes me think that this is, no matter what, eventually going to go back towards B, but they want to have a couple players put some pressure on bathrooms, get contact. There's XP3, finds it, but Tarek wins that duel. He's all alone. There's finally the trade frag comes in. Nice shot from Rush to grab that one. So that's going to keep the A defense honest. You can see Hayes rotating back. Weakens up that B hit, but they've got to get back there soon before CLG starts to read this.
Again, I guess is going to throw the same smoke. JDM spotted him in this position last time, trying to set this up. It's the 3rd straight round they've left a player there, and JDM's aware of it.
That was just
it's telegrammed at this point entirely, as FNS now is going to take down Daps, and CLG are closing off all the options. As you said, the bomb is eventually going to go to B. They don't even have the manpower left to make that happen, and the rotation's coming back against them as Cutler will take down Naf. So Rush, the last that's left, able to pick up a quick shot onto Cutler, but FNS is there.
Yeah, here's the thing. These last few rounds from eLevate on their gun rounds, they're trying to actually be really tactical, get a little bit fancy. They're spreading out a little bit more. The gun round that they had success that 4th round was when they just bullied their way up short. They got an entry kill and they came through Monster and they eventually won up the round. But now they're slowing things down and they're getting picked apart because of it. They're losing on these slow rounds because they're not winning the initial battles at all.
JDM super aggressive right now with the op, and it works. He takes down Akis. He'll get flashed out from his teammate. That's Tarek, who turns around a little bit too quick, so he actually blinds himself, but more importantly gets JDM to safety. As they'll readdress the angle, JDM even going to limit the options more as he puts fire down in the front. That forces them to funnel toward Tarek, and Tarek is ready as he picks up 2 more. XP3 the second to drop, and as he retreats to safety, he does eventually go down, but the damage has been dealt. They've got a hefty advantage as these pistols continue to fall. Cutler finding Rush. It's left to Naf this time in another 1-on-4 situation.
Yeah, Tarek came to play today. So that was one of the big key for me before this match started. Which Tarek we're going to get? We're getting the one who's really limiting the options. And that actually, I like that aggression out of JDM there. I know it's just an eco round, but pushing up like that just makes eLevate more aware that he's willing to do it. So now it's going to cause a little bit of hesitation. Not going to be as take that fountain with as much conviction if they know that JDM's willing to just grab that angle and peek it. But CLG's giving them a whole different look. 2 players on this gun round pushing downstairs. Daps is the solo player there. Naf over towards B. And 3 members of eLevate pushing out towards long.
So Tarek's got a crossfire set in the stairwell with Cutler. But it's not quite all that easy, as JDM will at least take down Akis. Now it opens up a little bit more, because the problem was that they could have been stuck in that stairwell quite quickly, as the terrorist had a presence on either side of it. Tarek's going to fight his way back to water, but again, man advantage right now for CLG. By the way, CLG, the only team, having lived in a gaming house for the last month, not staying in the hotel as the other teams have to do this weekend. They live within driving distance, so they've got the comforts of their own home. Whether or not that makes a difference this weekend, who knows?
Here's a cool thing from CLG from Cutler is he's still playing in the stairwell. So even though eLevate has bathroom control, they haven't cleared out stairs. So if they try and rotate back towards B, he's going to be there to cut it off. Now Daps is pushing up, and he might not even check this. He's not going to. So there's Cutler, pops out, grabs a free kill. He's able to fall back as well. Where is he? He comes under fire, so he's going to have to stick around and take that battle. He gets dropped, and now FNS is flanking behind Naf as well. Naf doesn't even know it's going to come. He gets assassinated. Now the rotations can be on 4-on-2.
FNS spotting up the first player to try to work in from the sandbags. Falls back, knows XP3 is also looking at Monster. As the fire's in place, what's the call going to be? 14 seconds, there's no call. Save the guns, they have to concede round number 15. Match point now for CLG. And eLevate, by saving these 2 guns, will give themselves a fighting chance, almost taking down FNS. That might have helped if they start to get a comeback rolling, because that could have been one more gun they had to buy, but
the bank of CLG is so incredibly strong right now. I mean, you got 14,000 on Cutler, 15,000 on FNS. JDM's got 12,000, so does Hayes. Just so much money on that team. They can buy out for the rest of this half. So a really tough spot to be in if you're eLevate. Luckily, they have the full bonus, so they're able to buy up behind this op of XP3 and the other saved AK-47. But this is good. This is the first round in a while we haven't seen them spread out too much, sticking 5 together. They have to neutralize this opening kill. They need to get it. They've been playing so many rounds with a disadvantage.
Naf super aggressive. They pre-fire onto tree to make sure no one is hiding behind it, because that's a very spammable position. As Tarek will flash himself out. Short flash, but spotted. And XP3 not blinded, able to hit the shot, but they still have to deal with JDM on the cross, who's able to pick up one, but not quite close enough to that corner to get back around it safely. So Daps has controlled it. Brought the situation back in favor of eLevate, who have now forced a rotation from CLG. They brought everyone over toward A, and the bomb in Naf's hands is slowly lurking back toward the stairwell, so this could work out for eLevate.
Well, this is a situation now where they've slowed things down. They can send Rush over towards B to Prod to see if he can find any kind of a pressure there, see if he can get any intel. He's got a lot to clear out. XP3 is blind over so long. He's in the open, so he's holding this angle still. I don't think he saw Cutler transition into that spot. Hayes is going to peek for some intel, gets into a little bit of a battle. Daps down to 10 HP, but no kills being exchanged.
And Daps, safety of the smoke, isn't going to get spotted yet by Hayes, but he knows he's in there, so it's just a matter of time before a bullet does eventually land on the low 10 HP that he had remaining. And FNS now finding Rush. eLevate, they had the man advantage. They had an open sight. They may not get anything out of this, and it could be all over for CLG as they throw that nade in. That does do damage on Naf, but the bomb does get planted. No post-plant situation to hold, though, and that's going to be it. Cutler's going to close it out with a kill on Nafly, and CLG will move into the upper bracket. eLevate will move down against either Mythic or Maximum Effort. I was about to call them Nihilum.
Ex-Nihilum. Yeah, that great showing from CLG. The first half, patient play on the terrorist side, very methodical, some good mid-round decision-making. And then in the second half, it was just all those opening kills went towards CLG. There was nothing that eLevate could do because they were always playing a 4-on-5 and a 3-on-5. No real response to neutralizing, those early losses.
Yeah, it was impressive stuff. I was intrigued for a moment there. Not only, I have to give my hats off to eLevate for using a tactical timeout at the correct time, bringing it back, like you said, a little bit too little, too late, right, potentially, but they did collect the rounds afterwards. So whatever they talked about, they definitely worked as a team to make it happen. But I was intrigued after winning that first pistol and then the gun round that they might actually be able to keep the economy limited and make a case for that second half, but as soon as things got rolling for CLG, that was it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That first gun round where eLevate had, they just kind of bullied their way into that B bomb site. They stayed as a team, and they were just very, very aggressive. And then ever since after that, more spread out, more slow, and that just gave so many opportunities for Tarek, who was playing lights out, for JDM with that AWP, who was far and away out-op to XP3. They got so many early kills, rounds where they started out 5-on-4, 5-on-3, and it's just